after the serious films I did, you know, I really felt like kind of exhausted of the serious world I was stuck into. You know, I wanted to break out of that for one film. You know, try to do something different and challenge myself. Like, am I able to do something different? Am I able to make people laugh? You know, I want to become a good director, whatever that means. You know, I think that means, in my opinion, to handle different genres, to handle different things. You know, and I have to try this out. I have to go into the risk and try so. And I said to myself, if I don't do it now, I will never do it. And it took a lot of brain and desperance, you know, because I had success with the serious stuff I did, you know, but then I get on the risk and said like, okay, I do it completely different. That's why I was so happy and so relieved when I realized the reactions yesterday. Okay, that worked much better than I expected, you know. I was so afraid. We had this star system in Europe, like in the, I think in the 60s, maybe 50s, 60s, and 70s. We had this Romy Schneiders, you know, we had the Marcello Mastroiannis, we had the Jean-Paul Belmondos, the Klaus Kinskis, you know, and so many more. And today we don't have, we lost this. And everybody speaks about like to make this European common, but in a way, I mean, who is like an international European star these days? You know, like you have certain names, you know, who are known by groups, but they don't have the same symbol like Belmondo had, you know, like Lino Ventura had, you know, like Alain Delon had, you know, Brigitte Bardot. Where are all these Brigitte Bardots? You know, but I realized that the star system, not just in Europe, is going away or these days not existing. Also in the States, you know, I don't know about the new names in American cinema at all. You know, those stars I know are back from the 70s, De Niro's and the Sean Penns, and maybe Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt is the youngest star I know. But after Brad Pitt, I don't know nothing. You know, I don't know the new names. I don't know the girls. They all look the same. They all wear the same clothes. You know, they don't have an individual thing anymore. You know, and in Europe, it's like, okay, you have people like Castellito, you know, but he's not that known in Germany. You know, out of it's maybe Bella Marta, you know, but it's not that a breakthrough. You know, Bud Spencer and Terence Hill, they were stars. Adriano Celentano, he was a star. You know, I don't know, because in the way when we had this desperate way of bringing Europe together, everybody's stuck in their own national borders. You know? I'm very thankful to have this European desk and the film foundations. You know, this European money for films. It's very, very, very important, especially for little countries like Turkey. You know, who are so much dependent on this money to create wonderful films like Takma. Takma wouldn't be able to do it without European money. You know, without this link of the European countries. You know, it was not possible. You know, and that's the kind of like spending really hard cash into keeping culture. This is important. The Lux Prize is a very important thing, you know, to transport culture into different languages in Europe, you know, because thanks God we have these different languages and it's not everything globalized in Europe, you know, and we are not just like one way of thinking, you know. Thanks God we have different mentalities, you know. All these mentalities can clash, you know. I don't want to have a unique thing where Berlusconi is leading me. I don't want that. I don't want to have Labour Party, you know, from England, you know, Brown leading me, you know. Doesn't mean that I'm happy with Merkel, you know, but other people didn't want to get meat by Spanish politicians, but I want that, you know. So it's good that we are separate in a way. Norway doesn't want to be on all this, you know. I think the more separate Europe was, in case for the star system, it worked much more, you know. And we have to go back in those days again, you know, in this glory days of the 60s, where Sergio Leone was and took its European restaurants. Well, one day we will go back to this. Thanks, and thanks for prices like the Lux prize. You know, the Lux prize give me the hope that we come back to those golden areas of the 60s of the European cinema.